What's up with it, everybody? Welcome to episode 22. I got my man Big Court from No Limit Records. Check out his podcast, Holding Court. We out here in Long Beach. What's up with it? So tell these fools what it was like growing up in that KC, Missouri. I was actually born there. All you motherfuckers always ask me where I was from. Came out of my mother in Kansas City, Missouri.
Man, small world, bruh, small world. Yeah, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm from an area called the 4 Block.
Okay.
4 Block 2C, so you already know what that is.
Yeah.
From an area 64130, you know what I'm saying? So, it was cool, man. I'm an only child, grew up, in the hood. I was a good student, good kid, you know what I mean? Of course, as far as the street shit, we had the influence of LA, they came in the 80s with the whole gang understanding and when the crack shit hit.
Right.
And so how the gangs infiltrated Kansas City, basically whoever was getting money, if they cop from a blood, then they align themselves with that and vice versa with the Crips. So, the Crips kind of, I guess they colonized
right.
the area that I'm from, you know what I mean? So, but KC, KC's the town, man. We got a lot of talent there.
Yeah, no, I've noticed a lot of stuff coming out from over there. And it's tight because, I'm actually, seeing it. I'm like, shit, maybe want to go back and visit. Now, I have a ton of cousins and shit, aunts, and I don't even know, 10/3 cousins and all this kind of shit. But I want to go back and hang out with everybody. They have a family reunion, and it sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, KC is, man, we got a lot of, we got a bud movement there. I mean, we got, of course, Tech Nine being the biggest artist out of there.
Right.
Me, myself, people knew me as Court Dog back in the day with my group CCG. We signed to No Limit. We got, C-Dub the Youngblood. We got Robo the Star. We got Silly Folk Q. Irv the Phenom. We got a lot of talented Young Cat. We got a lot of talented folks, even on the Kansas side with Lindale and 2 Times. You know? So we got a bud music scene that's really, you know what I'm saying? The world finna feel us.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. How'd you hook up with No Limit from being from KC?
Man, shit. I was trying to get with Eazy at first. I was trying to get with Ruthless.
My favorite, man. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And so I was sending tapes out to everybody, to the majors. I kept getting the shit back. Eazy, it was this lady named Cassandra Ware that worked at Ruthless. And I was sending tapes and calling her every day. And, we were talking and, Eazy and Ruthless had a little bit of interest, but Eazy died in that March.
Damn.
So I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to get back on the grind. Sent the tape to No Limit when P was still in Oakland, you know what I mean? And shit, he hit me back.
My bad, we done got me. That's dope, man. Unfortunate timing too, man.
Yeah,
Eazy
man.
was dope.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have worked with him. I tried to get his 63 Impala for the longest time. The guy won't sell it.
It's the tan kind of goldish one.
No, it was Laurel Green. It's like a light mintish looking.
Okay,
green.
the mint one. Yeah, is that the one that he had on the Source, I think?
I think so, yeah. He was in the front. I tried to get it, man, and the guy doesn't want to sell it. So I built an identical clone, factory specs and everything, but it wasn't Eazy's. Everyone thought it was because I named it Easy 6 Tray, but it wasn't Easy 6 Tray. It just looked identical, man. But it not being his, it wasn't the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looked just like it, man, and I dipped it around. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I wanted to actually let his son use it for maybe a video, just throw back, kind of pay homage to his dad, but I ended up selling it before he got it.
Yeah, shout out to Lil E. Lil E actually came to my podcast. That's my partner.
Hell yeah, I tried to get him on, man. I would love to have him, man. Just
shout out
chop
to
it
Lil
up.
E, that's my partner.
I actually saw his sister, man. He has a sister. She
Which
came
one?
out on the
EB?
I think so. She came out on the show.
She's
on some reality show.
Which one? No,
she
that
was like
was
a pretty. She looks like Eazy, but
Light
pretty.
skin.
I was like, oh,
that's
wow.
EB. That's EB.
She seemed really cool, man. My wife was watching. I'm like, oh shit, leave it on, because I'm into it now. It's Eazy's daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of them: Shaquille O'Neal, David Hasselhoff, all their kids, and Martin Lawrence. And a ton of other dudes. But yeah, that shit looked really tight. So you were on the stage at Verzuz when Busy, and then kicked it off. That was right after the podcast too.
Yeah, it was. That was an experience, bro. Because I actually went to the Verzuz with Busy.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I was Busy's guest. Me and Busy go back. I've been knowing Busy 20 plus years. We got songs actually together.
Oh, that's dope.
Back when I was a rapper. So. I went to support him, and of course, I know Flesh, I know Stack. Stack's the homie. Stack been on my podcast as well.
Right.
And I know Lazy. Me and Lazy got songs as well. So, man, I'm up in the VIP with Fat Joe and them, just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And the shit went down, and I got the call. Went down there and accompanied my man Busy, make sure he was straight. You know what I'm saying? So I step out on there looking like Commando and shit, like Black Commando.
Right.
But I had to make sure my guy was good, and it was a little tricky. tricky, like I said, because I'm No Limit, you know, so you try not to get mixed up in folks' politics and other people's shit. But, you know, that's like me and you. If me and you go somewhere, then it is what it is.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
With you, man. Whatever
you feel me?
Happens,
and we lead together. So, but you know, shout out to 3-6. You know, I love those guys. I was really just honored to be there. You know, and I was fucking with the show. The show was rocking.
Right. No, man, it was good. It was I would say it's probably the best one ever. And the shit happened. It almost added to the flavor of it. Nobody was hurt, you know what I mean? A few things were said. It was like, you know what I mean? It was almost just enough. I mean, it worked out perfect, man.
It wasn't, brother.
It was nothing done that couldn't have been forgiven from that point. You know what I mean?
I think it set a good example, bro, because what I think, in my opinion, it was cool because it showed that as men, we can have disagreements. We can even shoot a fair one.
Absolutely.
And then as men, we can go, you know, we can still move forward. Nobody had to die.
100%.
It was still respect, you know what I'm saying? It was still love. So I think it showed the youngsters, man, you ain't always got to be going to a gun. Everything ain't so final. It's like, okay, we had words, we keep it moving.
Yeah, I think it actually did something better than had it not happened, you know, because it showed man can be men, you know what I mean? It don't have to go all down like that. And when Busy disappeared for a little while, I was like, oh shit. And he came back, I was like, all right, the show's about to set off, you know what I mean? And everybody did their thing. It was real dope, man. The vibe and the whole show was just unbelievable.
Man.
It was cool. It was extra cool because I just had him on the podcast and my shit was blowing up. I was like,
hell yeah.
And he was super cool. I rolled him up some weed. We blazed up all my shit. You know what I mean? And
Busy's a good dude, man. Like I said, I've been knowing him a long time.
Kane, all
Position,
the
shout out to Position. Shout out to Kane. Kane is a good dude, man. Shout out, salute to Kane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really
the whole
enjoyed
Mo Thugs, all that. All them cats is, you know, some of them I've been knowing longer than others, but like I said, Stack, that's my homeboy, you know, flesh and bone. So it's all love with Bone.
That's dope. So tell everybody about this podcast. So he also has his own podcast. It's called Holding Court.
Yeah. So I started the podcast, man, because I did, me and Master P had a show called Doing the Most on Playboy Radio a few years back. And so that's where I kind of got the bug and I discovered that, you know, that this was something I enjoyed.
Right.
And so actually Jay Tweezy was the one that kind of said to me, man, Court, you kind of good at this. Like, you know, you talk well, you know how to relate to motherfuckers, you know, so you should do a podcast. So me and my partner, producer Ken, you know, he does a lot of big productions in Hollywood, but he's a friend of mine, 20 years. I was like, man, let's put something together. Because during the quarantine, I was watching a lot of Gangster Chronicles and
me too.
And, you know, Drink Champs and shit. You know what I mean? So I got on my podcast shit heavy. So I was like, man, that's something I want to try to do. Yeah, I'm like, shit, I should, you know, try my hand at this. And then I would go live on Facebook a lot too. And people would be like, man, we like what you say. You know, you resonate with us. So go do it. You know, you should do a podcast. So I said, fuck it. I hollered at Ken. I was like, let's put it together. So, you know, I know a lot of people in Hollywood. I've been in LA 20 years. So I know a lot of people in the industry. So, you know, I just made the phone call. I had Michael Jai White, Silk the Shocker, of course, Master P.
Hell yeah.
Jay Prince from Rap A Lot, Ice-T, you know what I'm saying? So Crip Mac, I had Crip Mac come through.
I called him one time, man. He hit me with some crazy shit. It's all good, you know what I mean?
Crip Mac is a little unhinged, you know what I'm saying? He off the chain.
He's funny though, man. I like that dude.
I had Bosco 100. X-Rated from Sacramento, Gorilla Black from Compton.
Damn, you've been on it.
Lil Eazy from Compton, Sticky Fingers, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine Lewis, the actress. Man, I done had a lot of people, 'cause I know a lot of people.
Yeah, that's how I got into it with these damn cars. I just ask the people I know, you know what I mean? It works out that way.
And it's resonating. You know, a lot of people like the content, you know, and I think I offer something a little bit different. 'Cause, you know, really when people ask me to describe the podcast, man, it's kind of like, you know, if you take black excellence and nigga shit and put it together, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what you got, you know what I mean? So it's like, but we have an eclectic guest. Like I can sit down and talk, like I had Chico Brown from Compton. Yeah. Chico was the real Rick Ross. Right. He was his co-defendant in his case, you know, with the Contra shit. But Chico's a friend of mine. And he does a lot of good shit in the hood. But see, I can sit down and talk numbers with him. So just like I had Chico Brown from Compton, he does a lot of stuff in the community. So, you know, I'm able to sit down and really talk the streets. We can talk numbers back in the day, talk the hustling shit.
Right.
But then I'm also able to have someone like a Michael John White, the actor, who's very introspective, very cerebral, and then able to hold court with him.
That's not from
Black Dynamite.
Okay, yeah, all right,
Blood
yeah,
Bowl.
I was like,
The
that name
action
sounds
star.
familiar. Yeah, no,
action
he's
star.
tight. I just watched one with him the other day.
Yeah, that's my homeboy.
Oh,
so,
okay.
you know, I had him on the podcast. He came through. So, you know, initially, everybody that has come now, you know, I had personal relationships with, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
organic is the best way, man.
Organic,
You know what I
brother.
mean? People hit me up like, hey, ask this homeboy. I'm like, man, I don't really know him. I just don't want to approach somebody like that. Like,
Yeah.
if I know him and I fuck with you, and I
Yeah.
started doing it on the Lowrider thing, and then a couple of my homeboys are in music and lowriding, you know what I
Right.
mean? And then I started talking to other guys that are in car. I
Right.
was like, fuck it, man. It just organically worked out. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
I like to interview who I like to interview, man. And
exactly.
I watched some of your stuff when Austin hit me up, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, hell yeah, bring his ass on." So
Man,
you were
I
like
see-
Master P's right hand man, basically, for the event.
Yeah. I've been with P, man, 26 years. I've been
Wow.
with P since I was 18. So
I bet you got some stories to tell.
I mean, yeah, you know, P's my brother, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm an only child, so him and Big Boz would be closest to, you know, brothers that
Yeah.
I've had. You know what I mean? And you know, you learn a lot. You know, P is one of the biggest music moguls of our generation. You feel me?
Absolutely. I think he was like top for a while.
Yeah. So and he's still top. He just has moved into a different space. You know what I mean? Doing different things. But you know, you learn a lot, man. You know, it doesn't make any sense to stand next to power and don't lead with none. You know what I'm saying? So
absorbing it.
yeah, absorb it. So you understand the hustle, you understand the work ethic, the tenacity, the focus, the discipline, all that shit that comes with being successful.
Right.
So that's why I've been able to create such a successful brand with Holding Court. But then also I have other businesses. You know, I'm into real estate. I own over 40 investment properties.
Wow,
you know, I
that's what I want to move into eventually.
you know what I
sell
mean?
all these and get into real estate.
Yeah, and all of that shit came from the street.
Yeah.
All of that shit started with me selling weed back in the day.
Right.
You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Hell yeah. No, you can't beat that. One of my favorite lyrics of all is Jay-Z when he said 900 racks to be exact. Like he took it
Yeah.
off the street and turned that into his fortune.
Yeah.
I said, shit, that's
Yeah,
some
and
of
what
the
it
realest
is,
lyrics there
yeah,
ever.
some of the hustlers, some of the best hustlers on the street make great businessmen. You know,
Right.
if you're able to, you know, transition out of that and take that business acumen and focus that on something legitimate.
If you can
Always.
sell one thing, you can sell anything. You can sell
Yeah.
sugar, ice, cars,
Exactly.
water. It doesn't fucking matter. Weed,
Exactly.
whatever it is, you just take that hustle. The only thing that changes is the product.
Exactly.
And then you get that product knowledge,
Yep.
it's on.
There it
You
is.
can sell it to anybody. You know what I mean?
You just hit the nail on the head. And then also, you know, it's funny how people would always deduce hustling into like it was easy money. Hustling was never easy.
Hell no.
It was
24/7.
It's a lot that goes into it, especially as you start to progress in it, because you got to think ahead with so many situations. You got to be disciplined. You got to be strategic. It's a lot of shit
Absolutely.
that goes into it. So you just take that into the legitimate world.
Yeah, I ended up taking some licks behind selling drugs and going
Yeah.
to prison behind the shit. I was like, fuck, man. If I would have
Yeah.
just stopped and not been in such a hurry, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have been in the situation. But, you
Right.
know, a young, dumb, and stupid and ready just to get that motherfucking money,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. But then, I mean, I can guess though, I mean, you can take accountability, but I'm sure that there were probably other contributing factors to why you made the choices that you made.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
man,
saying?
I
It
was
ain't
the
100% your fault.
No, I'm the
You know what
oldest. I was
mean?
taking care of mom's brothers
what
and
I'm saying.
sisters. You know what I mean? I was out in mine. Plus
what I'm
I wanted
saying.
to live a certain lifestyle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Coming up, you want
Yeah.
to have the cars and the. I was never too much on jewelry like this new stuff
Right.
that I got. I mean, this is, you know,
Right.
the only reason I honestly bought this one is because a motherfucker stole my shit when I
Yeah.
was in high school that my parents bought me.
Yeah.
And it was just a regular old plain Jane one. So I
Yeah.
bought one that was triple the weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I felt like motherfucker didn't jack it from me. He
Yeah.
just took it like a thief in the night. You know, I spent the night over and stole my shit.
Yeah.
Then I realized it was gone, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
too late. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I ended up finding out years later who it was. But that's some piece of shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I, you know, but
Did you get your lick back once you found out who it was?
nah, it was years later.
Yeah, fuck
You know
it.
what I mean? I think he had already moved, and then
Yeah.
his girlfriend one day, had, you know, came and told me, "Oh, it was Justin that stole your chain." I'm like, man, I thought it was him. But it was my homeboy. Like, it was so hard for me to suspect him. There was a
Damn.
couple other people. My sister had
Okay.
some friends over, so I was
Yeah.
like, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was that piece of shit. Justin Smith, fuck you, bitch. I hope your
Fuck
ass
you,
ain't lying.
Justin.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Justin.
You little stealing my teeth.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of times, man, we make those choices because, you know, from where we from, our environment, we not taught. You know, we don't come from money, and we're
Yeah.
not taught financial literacy. You know, and
No.
sometimes it's always the sense of urgency. You know, of course, it's easy to say, well, just go to college and get an education and get a job, but you know, that takes time. So when your stomach grumbling at that moment, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I've never been the one to judge people on what they do, because I know I'm in no position to. You know
No,
what I'm
me
saying?
neither. I don't judge anyone. I
Yeah.
treat everybody the same too.
Absolutely.
So you got a book coming out. You sound like a pretty knowledgeable dude. That's man. I saw the shit. I'm like, man, we got to get him on here and chop
Yeah,
this
I
shit
appreciate that, bro. That's
Yeah.
wisdom, man. That's 45 years talking, bro.
Yeah,
that's
no, I
all that
feel it.
is.
I'm
That's
right there
all
with
that
you.
is. Yeah, I got a book called Chronicles of a No Limit Soldier coming out. And I basically just wanted to just highlight the journey, use it as kind of a motivational piece for people, and inspire them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because, you know, as I've gotten older, man, I done had the cars, the jewelry and all that shit. You know, you can't take none of that shit with you.
can't.
And people don't remember what you have and all of that. They remember how you made them feel. You know what I mean?
Absent memories. I say it all the time.
Exactly,
Yeah.
memories. So I want to be able to leave something, and that'll be one of many. But you know, it's called Chronicles of a No Limit Soldier. Basically, highlighting my story of coming up from Kansas City, Missouri, and transitioning from the street into music. You know, some of my, you know, I've had some devastating lows and some exhilarating highs, and just really the wisdom that I've learned from this point that I could share with the world, and hopefully somebody can get something from it and be able to build upon it.
Yeah, but they don't build us like us no more
Nah,
in the 40s,
bruh.
man. The knowledge it is unbelievable, and you know, everyone looks at me like I'm younger, but I'm
Me
like,
too.
man,
Me too.
I'm not a kid. I mean, I've done it all. I've lived
Yeah.
a few lives. You
Yeah.
know, I can
Yeah.
tell you really some bullshit. You get smooth, and people get fooled by the smooth taste of the blue eyes and the long hair. And they're like,
Exactly.
you don't know shit. I'm like,
But that's usually
Okay,
a square,
you know
though.
what I mean?
They
Yeah.
don't know what they're looking at.
No,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
Because anybody that's really from that cloth, you can see somebody and tell what it is.
Read it right
you know what I'm
away.
saying? Like, even before you told me you had sat down,
Yeah.
I already knew. I
Right.
could see, I read it. You know what I
Me
mean?
too, yeah.
I
Reading
read it,
people, I do
you know
too,
what
man. I'm
saying?
really good at that. And
Yeah.
a lot of people just miss that shit these days.
Yeah.
The whole new generation type style shit, man. I mean, I support the motherfuckers. Do
Yeah,
what you're
for
gonna
sure,
do. It's your
for sure,
lifestyle. You know
for
what I mean?
sure.
Do whatever, but the respect and loyalty and you know
Yes,
some of
yes.
the big blocks of becoming and being a real man.
Right.
They just got washed away. Fuck it. Nobody
Man,
even cares about it no more.
Yeah, you're right, bro. I think technology plays a part in it too, because everything is so, you know, instant. You
Yeah.
know, everything is about the facade. You know what I'm saying? Where we in our generation, you had to be real.
Yeah,
you
you
had
did.
to. It wasn't no internet. It wasn't no apps and filters. You
Wasn't
know,
no hiding. You were out in the neighborhood.
You was-
Someone wanted to
yeah.
fight you. You were out there anyways.
You
It
had
didn't
to be that.
motherfucking matter.
If you
Yeah.
said you was that, you
Absolutely.
had to be that.
You did.
Now you can say you that for the world and then go hide and be who you really are. You know what I
True.
mean?
Absolutely.
And so I think that, you know, I think technology plays a role in it too.
I
you
ordered
know?
my wife's Forerunner like a motherfucking pizza from Carvana, and I don't give no shout out. Beat that out. Fuck them. They ain't paying me.
They ain't sent no check.
Yeah,
huh?
nah, I ain't said no check, but yeah, man, I got on the line and I found that motherfucker just sat there. It had like this little virtual tour type
Yeah.
shit and ordered it, and boom, that motherfucker was out in front the night before Christmas. I was like,
Damn,
all
dope.
right,
Congratulations
that shit is
to
tight.
wifey. That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah, I
move.
hooked it up, man. She, you know, she wanted a 4x4.
Yeah.
I get all these cars. I got a bunch of them. So as long as she don't sweat me on this, I make sure she's gonna get what she wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She wants a cabin next.
Oh yeah, you gonna
Yeah.
make it happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. I just had pulled the money off escrow.
Okay.
The funny thing is with these cabins, so this place is listed 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
Yeah.
I went over there and put the money down on the place. Well, it comes back after appraisal. It hadn't been permitted in 30 years. It's a
Yeah.
1-bedroom with a loft.
Right.
The square footage gets all cut off, so
Yeah.
I just pulled the money because we were in, contract with a
Yeah.
different house.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were like, raise the contingencies and just pay us. I was like, man, this is the weirdest shit ever. They're
Yeah.
trying to push me into the house.
Yeah.
And we ended up not getting it. But yeah, I'm gonna get her one, man. I try to always make sure.
Yeah, man.
She
Yeah.
likes to take the kids camping and all that shit.
That's
You know what I mean?
nice,
I like
bro.
to do the family thing. You
That's
know what I
nice,
mean?
bro. That's what it's all about.
It is.
That's what it's all about.
So-
Yeah, and I mean, what's excuse me, what's for you will be for you too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If that door closes, just you'll get something better.
She pushing like a motherfucker. So
Yeah.
what other projects you got coming out? What you pushing for 2022?
Man, right now, just really we're focused on the Holding Court podcast. It's blowing up. I also
bet.
have a special needs app. Well, I have an app called Special Love that I developed that is geared toward young adults with special needs, and it's a dating app.
Okay,
So
shit. Oh,
I
that's
wanted
smart.
to provide a safe place for them to be able to meet, because a lot of them that's on the spectrum, they suffer. A lot of them are socially inept a little
I
bit.
got an autistic nephew, so I
So
know.
my son is autistic.
Oh,
You see
okay.
what I'm saying? So that was the motivation for
Right.
it, So I wanted to provide a safe place for them to not be taken advantage of and be able to meet. You know what I'm saying?
Genius, yeah.
And so,
Absolutely.
so I have that, and then also, we on the No Limit reunion tour.
Mm-hmm.
So we had an awesome year, even with COVID. We city to city. Like we got North Carolina, South Carolina next month. So we got the No Limit reunion tour with
Mystical
Master
gonna
P.
jump in?
We got Mystical's with us
I'm
too.
glad he's back. Yeah.
We got Mystical, Silk the Shocker, Fiend, Chopper Style, Mac is out, Mercedes, Mia X, Mr. Servon. So we got the whole, you know, most of the main roster
Right.
for the
That's
No
dope.
Limit reunion. And yeah, just pushing my brands, man.
So the Master P, do you ever get to see the tank on the property?
Yeah, the tank. Yeah, we
I
had
already
the tank back in the day.
had a tank over there.
Yeah, we had the gold tank back in the day. Yeah.
He still own that property,
Yeah.
or is he?
Which one?
I don't know. Whichever one that had the tank.
Excuse me, that was the one in Baton Rouge. Nah, we don't got that one. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was back in
I
the
used
day.
to always hear tales of that tank and all this
Yeah.
other shit. I'm like, no shit, bro.
Oh yeah, we had the tank. We had all of that. That's the thing about it, man. This was before social media.
Yeah.
All the shit was real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't rent no fucking tank.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get on tour road.
Juvenile too. They fuck
you know.
with the Juvenile in there.
Yeah, Juvenile is matter of fact, he does a few guest appearances with us on the tour. So
He's,
Juvie's
I used
still
to
doing
love
his
that
thing.
motherfucker shit.
Yeah,
dude.
shout out to Juvie.
Yeah,
Juvie doing his thing still.
He was doing real good, man. I remember Mystical was blowing up at that time.
Yep.
The whole No
Yep.
Limit thing came.
Yep.
Snoop came out there.
Yep, Snoop does spot dates with us.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
he still
y'all
come out
gonna
with us.
miss me song where he says salute the lieutenant.
Yeah,
Good looking
yeah,
out, P. I was
yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite jams. Master P though, Master P was. I always tell people this. People don't realize the power that man had.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has now. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I can keep up with
Yeah,
him, but back
yeah.
in the day, whatever
Well,
he wanted, whatever
back
he
then,
said happened. No one
it's-
could really fuck with him.
Back then, I mean, it's still the same. It's
Yeah.
still the same. P has just, you know, we've all matured. You know what I mean? Like even in the media, with the podcast blowing up,
Yeah.
a lot of the media calls me Master P. They refer to me as the protege of Master P.
Right,
You know, and some people ask me like, "Man, are you offended by that?" I'm like, "Hell no.
That's
I'm
a
gonna be
fucking
offended. That's a
compliment.
compliment.
Yeah, hell
like,
yeah.
fuck no. Like, I'm from that. I'm that spawn. I'm the spawn of No Limit. I
Right.
graduated from No Limit University.
Yeah.
You know, I've been with that dude 26 years. So I take that as pride. You know
Hell
what I mean?
yeah,
So so I'm basically, you know, everything that I've learned. And it's so funny because people have put it together. Like people always see me with them.
Yeah.
But you know, I be, you know, people
I
think
seen
I'm
one
mysterious.
of y'all sitting on the jet or some
Yeah,
shit. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah,
look at that
yeah.
fucking baller. I want to fly on the
Exactly.
fucking jet with Master P. That's dope.
Hey, that's the No Limit way. You
Yeah,
know what
no,
I mean?
for
So,
sure.
yeah, so we just grinding. You know, P has his own cereal. He's got his own products. He's moving
Damn, he's
into
smart.
he's kind of creating kind of a conglomerate like Kellogg's right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? So he's got all these products that are in stores right now. They in the Rouses down south. So he's creating. People don't even know. They're not gonna see him coming with that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna see us coming with that because you know I'm involved with whatever he got cracking. So you know that's what we doing right now.
Did you get in any of the movies back in the day that P was making?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was just in. I got to hook up too. You know, the one that we just released a few years ago. I was in that with my brother Tiny Lister. That was a close friend of
Oh
mine.
yeah, Debo.
Yeah, rest
I
in
got
peace
I
to
got
Tiny
the
Lister.
Debo flannel up in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
man.
Rest in peace. That was my brother, man. That was my partner. So yeah, you know, if people go back and they look at a lot of the stuff, you know, they'll see me around. You know,
Yeah,
but
no,
I was thin. And I had long braids back then, so I looked like the sixth member of Bone.
Right,
back in the
right.
day.
No, for sure. That was the look, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
yeah.
remember everybody. That's crazy. Yeah, I always really liked when the No Limit shit, and they just came out of nowhere, man. And
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of took over that time. I think I had just gotten released from prison. When did I get out the first time? I think I got out in 98, and then it was blowing up hard. Then
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
98.
Mystical was just-
98 is
yeah.
when we really arrived. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Excuse me, but that's the journey. That's the work. You know, No Limit started in 89, 90, so it was a lot of hard work up until that point. Same thing with Cash Money. You know, they started about the same time. You
Yeah.
know, so this shit
Cash
takes
Money
time.
Records, yeah.
This shit takes time. You know, and you know that's the thing that Pete even told me. He even said it on my podcast. Like he was like, "Court, you're gonna win and do really well at this because
doubt.
you're just like how I was. Nobody expected this from you, and they're not gonna see you coming."
Yeah.
Because P set out to be a basketball player. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
remember.
And
Yeah,
then
he-
he got hurt. He got hurt, and then that's what made him chase the music. So he pivoted. So that's what I did. I got
A
other
lot of people don't
successful-
know that about Master P.
Yeah.
His basketball and all that.
yeah. So I had to pivot. You know, I had a lot of success in other arenas, but when I decided to go into the podcast arena, people they ain't seeing me coming. You know
Right,
what I'm
no,
saying?
for sure.
So,
Yeah, you're gonna take it over by storm. There's some
Yeah.
good ones on there. When I started it,
Yeah.
my homies made me do it. I was just, you know, it wasn't like something I wanted to. I didn't like say, oh man, that's, you know,
Yeah.
they kind of pushed it on me. They were like, you'd be really good. So I started interviewing people.
Yeah.
And I started off with my Lowrider club and homeboys from the streets and chopping it up. And it was cool because I hate how people treat people differently. I don't give a fuck what race you are, what your sexual preference, your
Real talk.
political talk, or anything you want is your business. As long as you treat me good, I'm good to you. You know what I mean? You can believe and fuck whatever you want to do in your life. But, you know, people aren't like that. They're quick to hate a motherfucker, and I've heard so many gang members say, man, I've actually been around my enemy later on in life, and it turned out to be one of my best friends. You never know what you're passing up just because a motherfucker looks a certain way, or reps a certain thing, or is a different race. I mean, just overlook all that. Everybody should just treat each other the same. So that's why I did the shit, you know what I mean? And it really worked out. I've had some cool guests on there, man, and it's cool. And everybody has a story. I don't give a fuck if it's the bum going down the street all the way up into the president of the, you know, world, whatever, however that shit goes, you know? But everyone has some cool story to share, man. And I like hearing this shit and chopping it up. Like, I never would have known this stuff had you not come on, you know what I mean?
And I mean, you yourself, you got a hell of a testimony, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a testimony of overcoming and redemption, you know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely overcame my shit. It fucked me up. This dick, the guard, when we were all leaving prison, that motherfucker goes, all of y'all but 6 will be back. I said, what? Why you say that? And he goes, that's the statistics. There was like fucking 100 of us there or something like that, you know? And he's like, all of y'all but 6 will be back. I'm like, damn, why would you throw that kind of shit on there?
Yeah.
In my mind that whole time, and the last time I got out of prison, I'm like, be that 6, be that 6, be that, you know? So I stuck with the shit, man. I kind of just gave it up. Obviously, it's the 90s. There's camera phones. There's house. You know, it just ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
You're not getting away with nothing. They're going to get you if they really want to get you. You know what I mean? And to me, it's not worth it anymore. I don't, my children are not they're going to be the sacrifice that I would make behind some dumb shit. Now, I'll protect myself if you force it. You know what I mean? I'm still that same old dog, but I'm not looking for trouble. And I don't ever go out looking for trouble. And I try to avoid it, you know what I mean, if I can, but
I mean, weird. I think that comes with age and wisdom, bro, because I'm saying, you know, you only a few years older than me. So I think that, you know, I was the same way. Back in the day, you got to think, man, our attitudes was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Our minds was fucked up, and you attract what you think. What you think about. So when you walk in with that bad energy of, you know, I'm tough, and you looking for a problem, well, shit, you campaign, you're going to get elected.
you ain't lying. You can get exactly what you, in life, you get exactly what you're looking for. Yeah,
but see, now we at a stage where we want peace. We just want to be with our family. We just want to be successful and healthy. And that's why, like, now it's funny when I go back to Kansas City or any hood, but it's particularly when I go back to Kansas City, I don't even, it's funny because a lot of the youngsters, they see me as a square now. Which to me is a good thing. I don't have nothing to prove.
No, me
I'm past that point. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that it looks corny. When you become a certain age, when you in your 30s, but definitely once you hit your 40s, when you still talking, you know, the gang shit, it's cool. We gonna be where we from. But when you still pushing the line and you trying to, you know, soft press and punk motherfuckers, that shit look corny.
It does look corny.
It's almost like a 50-year-old still trying to dress like a 19-year-old. It's like, no.
Just give it up.
Give it up.
I mean, just be,
grow, man.
Just be your goddamn self and be, and grow
Allow
all
yourself
the time.
to evolve, man. It's a good thing. Like, it feels good to be able to grow. Like, you know what I mean?
I get motherfuckers clowning me because I when I got out of prison, my boy put me on to be a hairdresser, and I became a hairdresser. And I dress nice every day, you know what I mean? They're like, oh man, you were a punk. I'm like, actually, homie, your girl would have loved this shit. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing about it, and it felt good to look nice. You know what I mean? If I go out with my wife, I don't wear this shit. You know what I mean? When I'm out in the streets rolling with my boys, I wear this, but I dress nice when I go with my wife. I want to wear my nice shit, my Tom Ford shoes, my Rolex, and all that other shit.
Yeah, you want to boss it up. And that's the thing that I be trying to get the youngsters. And that's what my book will be about. And even with the podcast, we entertain, but at the same time, I try to deliver that message that, you know, man, have a vision, have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets don't love you back. Like, look at Young Dolph. Look at that situation. You know what I'm saying? It's
always in your hood.
You know, it was somebody he probably tried to help. You know what I mean? And look at Nipsey. He knew. All right, bro. He knew shitty cuz, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at the situation, you know, it's like, it's the culture, it's the mentality. So that's why I tell the youngsters, bro, like, it's okay it's cool to be smart. It's cool not to be trying to hustle and shoot motherfuckers. It's cool not to go to jail.
I respect a motherfucker that works 9 to 5 more than I do any dope dealer I know, because I know the shit you got to go through to do it. You know a rapper, I think he's out of Louisiana, Ricky Latt?
Nah.
You got to check him out, man. I have to send him to you. Him
Mm-hmm.
and his boys, they have like this gentleman's club. They all do dress up real badass and go
Okay.
smoke cigars and shit.
Nice.
I'm like, man, I should start that out here with my
Yeah,
boys, man. It looks
yeah.
tight. I'll go have a nice dinner and, you
Yeah.
know, it just looks like old gentleman style.
Yeah, real
you know?
talk. And at least let me say this, you know, listen, I'm not going to knock the hustle.
Yeah.
At least if you're going to hustle with a purpose.
Oh, for sure.
Have a
I ain't
plan.
saying don't hustle. Do
Yeah,
what you got to
you know
do.
what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
knocking nobody's shit.
You ain't got to kill nobody to get
Right.
to some money.
No,
and have a
absolutely.
plan and then try to segue. Because, you know, listen, I ain't going to be no preacher or no motherfucker
neither.
that's not going to be real.
Right.
You
I
know,
did what I
get
had
it.
to do,
Yeah,
you
you know,
know.
I get it. But have a plan, man. And put your money and your energy into something legitimate and try to segue out of what you're doing. Because, you know, it's an expiration date with that. Because somebody going to tell on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what's gonna
Right.
happen. Somebody gonna tell on you.
Yeah,
and it's
tell
gonna
on
be the
you.
motherfucker. It's probably gonna be your plug or somebody you get
Or you're
money
gonna
with.
get caught on the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One way or another, it's gonna happen. So at the end of every podcast, I usually just kick off 5 words. Man, you give me the first thing that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one's gonna be empathy.
It's a must.
Yeah, absolutely,
It's a must.
Hustle.
It's necessary. You don't work, you don't eat.
You ain't lying about that. Education.
Oh man, education is a must. The power is in the knowledge, but not only the knowledge, but applied knowledge.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
No limit.
Forever.
Yeah. Family.
Man, family, love.
Yeah.
That's all we got. You know what I mean?
It
That's
is,
it. Next to God. You know what I'm
You ain't
saying?
lying.
Yeah.
And then the last one, KC, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri, 4 blocks, 64130.
That's right.
You
What
know
y'all
what I
know
mean?
about that barbecue out there, though?
Come on, Gates Barbecue. You know, you ain't been to Gates, huh? Because
No.
you ain't been to KC since you
No,
was
no,
born,
I was a
huh?
baby. Yeah, I was a kid, so I can't rattle off
We got to
no
go
names.
back, bro.
Yeah,
I got to
yeah.
take
I'm
you
down
back
to go,
there.
man.
I got to take you back there.
I'd love to go hit up and see all my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah, you got to take me through the hood too. You got to take me. We in Long Beach. Shout out to the LBC.
You
Shout
already
out
know
to
LB, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Snoop and 213 and Daz and Warren G and Stupid Young. You know what I mean? All the youngsters doing their thing at LBC, man.
You got to
I fuck
get
with
Stupid
y'all.
Young on your show, man. That
For sure.
motherfucking
I
cat's
fuck
cool as
with
a motherfucker.
Stupid Young.
He was really good. Lazy was really cool,
Yeah.
man. I want to get Daz. Man, he's dope as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an underrated.
I was finna say that.
rapper, man.
Daz is an underrated producer.
Yeah, I feel like he's just underrated.
He's very
altogether.
underrated as
He's
a producer,
dope,
brother.
dude.
He's very underrated.
Shout out to Daz. What's up with it, man? He said he was gonna come on. He's friends with my
Yeah.
homeboy that makes our letter jackets for our car club.
Oh,
and,
nice, nice.
I just got to catch him at the right time.
Nice. Yeah,
But,
and I'm
yeah.
a Midwest boy, man, loving this West Coast living. You know what I'm saying? I've been here 20 years. I used to come out here in the 80s and the 90s anyway. So one could argue that I'm kind of, you know, got the understanding of both places. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But, you know, I'm a KC boy out here in LA loving it, bro. I've been, you know, it's been nothing but love, man. LA has embraced me so much, brother. Like Compton, especially. Shout out to Compton. Man, I got so many folks, Melly, Bosco, you know what I'm saying? Bob, a lot of cats in
Rick.
Compton. Yeah.
I had Compton Rick on my show. I appreciate you
Yeah,
coming on,
for
big
sure,
dog,
man.
man. It's all love.
All right.
Hell
All
yeah,
love, man. And you more than welcome to come on to the Whole Court
Shit,
podcast.
I'd love to, man. I'd love to take that
Come
shit.
on, man. We're
All
going to
right.
do that.
Episode 22, we wrapping it up. We'll catch you another day, another
Salute.
Impala. We'll see you, fool. Let's take a little dip. I'm taking around the block in the 6'4".